Welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. From today, we're going to begin a series of 10 beers from a single brewery. And this brewery is not really that old. They were founded in 2011 and began producing from 2013. And they haven't gotten much traction or credibility among the craft beer crowd, and we'll see if that is justified. I've had most of these beers before, and I haven't been terribly impressed overall. So I'm giving them a second look now, and let's see if they have improved. The brewery in question is Karuizawa Brewery Limited, and this is the first beer we'll look at, and we're going to look at 10 different beers from this brewery. Karuizawa Brewery is located in Saku, Nagano Prefecture, which is just outside of perhaps a suburb of the town of Karuizawa. And this brewery is not to be confused with other beers you may see called Karuizawa Kogen. That is a line of beers from Yoho Brewing, which is in Karuizawa. So don't be confused. There are two breweries. There are Yoho and Karuizawa Brewing. But Yoho also has a line called Karuizawa Kogen, Karuizawa Valley. And Karuizawa is a small town in Nagano Prefecture. It's on the Tokyo end of Nagano Prefecture, closest to Tokyo, and a lot of rather well-heeled Tokyoites often spend the summers there or have a summer home there, that sort of thing. So it is a very pleasant, pretty town. So Karuizawa Brewing has currently 13 different beers listed on their website, and we will look at 10 of them. They were founded in 2011 and began producing again from 2013. The founder has a business called Dover Distillery in that area, and they produce a variety of spirits and liqueurs, and they also import quite a few into Japan as well. So they're importers and makers of spirits. And to start the brewery, the founder wanted to start earlier, but had to consider his own business and then finally get going. He got brewers one brewer from Asahi and another from Kirin, and also a former R&D, research and development staffer from Suntory. So a variety of skill levels coming into the brewery. On RateBeer, there are 16 beers listed, and on Untapped, 25 different beers, and I feel that there are probably some duplicates. But Untapped gives the 25 beers they have listed, an average score of 3.14, so fair to middle and not terribly high. Okay, well, so 10 different beers from Karuizawa Brewery. Let's give them a go, shall we? And let's take a look at this beer from Karuizawa Brewery. It's called Karuizawa Asama Kogen Black, or actually that was the older name, which is how it's listed on RateBeer. They call it the Karuizawa beer Asama Meisui, and it's a black beer, a Schwarzbier, or a black lager. 5% by alcohol by volume, and on RateBeer this one has 17 separate ratings at an average of 3.09 out of 5, and 40 percentile for its style, Schwarzbier, black lager, 44 percentile, 40% for all beers on RateBeer, and 44 for its style, which is Schwarzbier, black lager. Untapped, 385 ratings. They always have a lot more than RateBeer. And 3.26 average out of 5. Now, I had this quite a few years ago, about 6-7 years ago, and I gave it 3.2. And I recall that this was the best of all the beers from this brewery I had. If you've seen some of the other videos of Karuizawa Brewery beers that I've made, you'll remember that I said they have improved overall. Several of their beers are better than they used to be. Not terribly, but better. So I give this 3.2 out of 5. And again, this is in their regular line. It is malt, hops, and rice and cornstarch, but because it's black, it's got roasted the roasted malt in it. It's maybe harder to mess up, so any flaws will not be so apparent with a darker roasted malt as they might be with a lighter beer. Okay, so 5%. Let's give this a go, shall we? Karuizawa Black Schwarzbier. Okay, right off you can see it's dark, not black certainly, but very dark brown with kind of reddish highlights, which you can't see, but I can through the glass. Reddish highlights on the edges, so very pretty. A finger of light tan head, kind of spongy. Okay, let's try the aroma. Okay, there's definitely roast malt, maybe light chocolate, prunes, something like prunes, maybe very light smokiness. I'm sure none of the malt is, well, I'm pretty sure none of the malt is smoked, but I don't know that for a fact. The malt was listed was Canadian and German, so maybe they slipped some smoked malt in there, I don't know. Okay. Kind of medium strong roast malt. Very smooth, chocolatey, a bit metallic. Some umami kind of note. Maybe just a little bit of phenolic touch too. Very gentle bitterness and mid-palate. Kind of continues for a short bit. Maybe a bit thin for the style. This is still not bad at all. I think I would probably give this still a 3.2 out of 5. Probably not any higher. Very drinkable. It does feel a little bit thin in character compared to a good Schwarzbier, but still quite drinkable. And yeah, I guess I could recommend this one. Again, Karuizawa Black Schwarzbier, 5%er. And if you've had this before, let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel. Tell me your experience with Karuizawa beers, and yeah, let's talk about it. This is the 9th in the series of 10 beers that I have looked at from this brewery, and we'll look at one more in our next video, but there is a playlist for all of them. You can check them all out. Okay. Overall, Karuizawa Brewery is not the most impressive brewery. They have improved, I think, over time, but they still have a ways to go. Well, that's it for today. Take care. Bye-bye.